Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Robert Sports Room. Your host, Robert. All right, CFL week number 5. Week 4 was quite an interesting week. We only had 3 games because we all know Edmonton's game was canceled / postponed due to COVID-19. There was, 14 players that ended up testing positive. Hopefully they're all safe and their families are safe from that. Pick-wise, I was 2-1 straight up picks, 1-2 against the spread, 2-1 on the over/under. Year-to-date, I'm 5-10 straight up picks, 3-12 versus the spread, and then 6-9 on the over/under for a total of 14-31. Not great, not horrible. Just there, kind of. So far this year, after 4 weeks, we have most points scored by Saskatchewan with 77, averaging 25.4 a game. Next up, we have BC with 74, averaging 18.5 a game. In third, Winnipeg scored 70 points, averaging 17.5 a game. Most offensive plays, Winnipeg 277, Calgary's 270, and BC 266. Total yards, Calgary 1465, that's 366.2 a game. BC 1368, that's 342 a game. And then Winnipeg 1211, which is 302.8 a game. Passing yards, BC has 1,168, followed by Calgary at 1,159 and Winnipeg 956. And then Montreal has the most rushing yards at 381. All right, to the 4 games. I normally do my fantasy picks, but I actually haven't picked my fantasy lineup yet. I'm still doing some debating because I haven't been doing very well. I'm 40th of 82 teams in the Atlantic Schooner League, so I'm hoping to do a little bit more research and do a little bit better this week. We'll see what happens. I know in my NFL fantasy, we did our draft last weekend, and I think I'm going to do pretty good this year. I got my first 2 picks was Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Or I think Kelce first and then Patrick Mahomes. I was picking 6 out of an 18 league, straight up PPR, so that should be some fun times. All right, so first game here, we have the 1-2 Montreal Alouettes versus the 1-2 Ottawa Red Blacks. Alouettes are scoring 20.6 points a game while giving up 22.6. Vernon Adams is 49 from 94 with 2 interceptions, 5 touchdowns. He's got a 52.1% completion ratio. That's a problem. When you complete a little over half your passes, that's the reason part of the reason why you're 1-2. Another problem that Montreal runs into in the first 6 weeks of the season, those are 2 bye weeks. That means they got 10 straight weeks they got to play. So they're going to have a rough stretch after week 6. Now, Ottawa, they're scoring 12 points a game, giving up 19. Matt Nichols has a completion percentage of 66.7. He's got 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. He's got a 70.7 efficiency rating. That's probably why they're 1-2 as well. Quarterback play is very important. This game has actually got Montreal favored by 6.5 on the road. This is one of those games that's like both teams are struggling. I wrote down I'm going to pick Ottawa. But last week I wrote down that I wasn't going to pick Hamilton. I actually wrote down, I had a circle, I was picking Hamilton. Then it's a video, I decided not to. So we're going to do that here. So I am taking Montreal to win. I got them covering the 6.5 and under on the 43. So Montreal wins, covers the 6.5 and under on the 43. Next up, we have the 3-1 Winnipeg Blue Bombers versus the 3-0 Saskatchewan Roughriders. Blue Bombers scoring 20 points a game, giving up 14.75. So the Roughriders scoring 28.6 points a game, giving up 15.6. This is 1 versus 2 in the West. These 2 teams also face next week in Winnipeg. So this is going to be a great test and a great decision of how the West is going to be won this year. Zach Collar says 84 for 126, 2 interceptions, 6 touchdowns, 956 yards. 66.7% completion ratio. Well, Cody Fajardo, 75 for 95, 773 yards, interception, 4 touchdowns, 78.9% completion ratio. Both these teams are doing quite well. Saskatchewan is favored by 4.5 at home. I'm going to go ahead and pick them to win and have them cover the 4.5 and under on the 43. We'll see what next week brings, because I have a feeling next week, if this game goes the way I think it is, I may go home team next week as well. But we'll see. We got Saskatchewan winning, covering on that 4.5 and under on the 43. Next up, we have the 2-1 Toronto Argonauts versus the 1-2 Hamilton Tiger Cats. Argonauts scoring 20 points a game, giving up 21. Hamilton scoring 13.6 average, giving up 19.6. Both teams have had some quarterback issue play. With Toronto, McLeod, Bethel Thompson did get benched after week 1, week 2. Nick Arbunkel is their other quarterback. Both quarterbacks have thrown for over 400 yards. Both quarterbacks have struggled. 36 for 57 for Thompson and 33 for 51 for Arbuckle. Same way with Hamilton. Jeremiah Mazzali, 41 for 66, a 62% completion ratio. While Dane Evans has a 56% completion ratio, 18 for 32. I think Hamilton is kind of turning the corner here, I'm hoping. As we all went into the season, everybody was like, so is Hamilton going to go undefeated? Now it's like, is Hamilton even going to make the playoffs? Hamilton is favored by 2.5. I'm jumping back on the Hamilton bandwagon here. I'm picking Hamilton to win, cover, and under on the 44. So Hamilton winning the game, covering the 2.5, and under on the 44. We do have the BC Lions here, 2-2 is their bye week this week. And then our last game is the 1-2 Edmonton Elks. Hopefully they're healthy. Versus the Calgary Stampeders, who are 1-3. The Elks scoring 15 points a game, giving up 20. Stampeders 18.25 average, giving up 19.5. Trevor Harris, 78 for 104, 4 interceptions, 862 yards, 2 touchdowns. With Jake Meyer over in Calgary, 46 for 68. And then Bill Levy-Mitchell, 44 for 73. He's got 5 interceptions and 1 touchdown. So Jake Meyer's got 2 interceptions and 1 touchdown. Calgary is favored by 6 at home because of Edmonton and everything going on there with the COVID restrictions. I ain't picking Calgary to win this. They are favored by 6. I got them winning, covering, and under on the 42.5. So that's going to wrap up week 5 of the CFL. And my picks, we got Montreal, Saskatchewan, Hamilton, Calgary all winning, them all covering, and all under on the points. Make sure you check out week 1 of the NCAA. If you're a NASCAR fan, please check out the NASCAR preview, along with the NASCAR Cup Series championship preview coming up as well. Next week we have NFL added on. So we got next week CFL week 6, NCAA week 2, CFL week 1. Oh, lots coming to Robert Sports Show the next few weeks. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports town content. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitter at Rob Sports Show.